Hi everyone, welcome back to Live Darts. We are here at the MDA and Modus event in Skegness, and we've got PDA chairman Peter Manley. Peter, first of all, you enjoying the exhibition scene?
Yeah, it's still good. It's great to work with people like Ray Barneveld and Ted Anke and of course the old boys Dennis Priestley and Bob Anderson and my fellow colleague Alan Warren and Little.
You still get the same buzz when Amarillo comes on doing that walk on?
No, not really. No, it depends how far they're making me walk and run on at the stage. But yeah, it's still fun. It's still enjoyable. It's it's what I made a living from, so I continue doing it.
Busy start to 2019 on and off the hockey. First of all, have you got any standout moments so far that we've seen?
Probably young Nathan Ashburn, really, for me. I think he's done terrific in the World Championship and carried it on through. Everyone needs that little bit of luck and that little element of someone on your shoulder, and he certainly had it, but he's produced it since, and he's kept going through all the Europeans. His averages have been good, and let's hope he does the right things with it.
From a PDPA point of view, how do you think the Contenders went, giving people a chance on the big Premier League stage?
Yeah, I think they all done well. I know he's not so much as a young contender, but I would have liked to have seen Whiteley have a little go there. I think, you know, regardless of he's older and he's up there in the rankings, he deserves a little shot just to get the experience. I mean, these guys, they want to teach them the trade, but he's still got to get up there and do it. And I hope he continues rising and gets in there on his own merit.
That's been a big talking point on social media, the fact that Ian White seems to have been overlooked for everything, whether it's a Premier League place outright, a contender, or a World Series pick. And he's won 3 European Tour events to date so far, losing in another final. Is it really fair that he's winning, he's doing everything that's asked of him, doing all these auditions and not getting anything for it?
Well, this year is probably the first time he is doing everything on a continue regular basis. For me, he was always renowned for, you know, getting there, getting that far, but missing a lot of crucial doubles at crucial points. He's got over that and he's now winning. But of course the PDC, you know, what do they do wrong so far? You can't say anything they do wrong with their selections. The Contenders has definitely worked. They've all been given that chance. I think Ian White won't get overlooked too much. If he carries on doing what he's doing, he cannot be overlooked.
Do you think we might see a form of the Contenders again next year? Was it that good and that popular that they can't really revert back to a straight 10?
I don't know. I mean, obviously Gary Anderson pulled out and that gave them the option to do whatever they wanted to do, really. And obviously it was a great decision as well in the end by the PDC. And like I say, they get our backing and we try and support them with ideas that they come in and the reasons why they do it. We know a lot of it is commercial and out of our hands, and you know they're a company there to make money, not to you know, but they don't mind who they produce as the next major dart player.
From your point of view, where you look after the players, is that frustrating that sometimes commercial value comes over talent?
It's always been that way with the PDC. At the end of the day, even from the early days when they first set off before Barry Hearn, you know, it was a money-making machine. And, you know, Barry Hearn came in because the other two guys who've done a fantastic job, Tommy Cox, who sadly passed away, and Dick Alex. And it, you know, with all the players that broke away that risked everything, you know, only a few of them have actually benefited. You know, you've got to feel sorry for them guys who look at it now. It's probably a bit like Stanley Matthews in the football, isn't it?
Obviously, as well, then, looking at things, we've seemed to have renewed some rivalries this year. Now, we know you love the rivalry and we're renowned for the king of the dark arts, shall we say, in your playing days. This year, we've seen some great spiced up things in the Premier League between Darryl Gurney, James Wade and Gerwyn Price. Those three always seem to be involved in something. Is it good for the sport that seems to be back?
Well, you're always going to get that. I mean, the prize money alone and the pressure that these guys are under put a lot on, and you're going to get things that are going to happen that shouldn't happen. It happens in nearly all sports, and it's dealt with. So, yeah, I think you do need these players just to create that. I'm going to go and watch that game tonight. You know, Gerwyn Price is playing Gary Anderson again. You know, we'd all love to see that and go and watch it. And you know, the two guys are quality players. They're both, you know, they're both good players.
Do you think players have crossed the line this year, or do you think it's been blown out of all proportion? Because I can't help but think some of the things that have gone on have been publicised. In your day, no one would bat an eyelid.
Well, they did batter now, Lid. I mean, I even got fined when Adrian Lewis walked off. And I did nothing wrong in my eyes, but there you go. The fines are just a lot bigger now. Do I agree with them? Possibly not the amount of fine that players have been given. I think it can be dealt with a little bit better than that, and still keep order. But that's our opinion. We try and put our side across. With the decisions and the way the DRA operate currently at the moment, we're unable to participate unless a player allows and gives us permission to be involved. And sometimes they don't. They wish to go their own route.
Have you told the DRA your thoughts on it, and would you like to work more closely with them in the future about things?
Yeah,
like
we
this?
have. We're desperate to set up a meeting with the DRA, and we're just waiting for them to come back with suitable dates.
Looking forward as well, all road leads towards the match play. We know it's a fabulous venue and one of your favourites looking at it. What is it about the match play that makes it so magical?
I think it was obviously taking the tournament to a seaside town in the summer, with it being so hot. Unfortunately, with our weather at the moment, we're not quite sure what we're going to get. But I mean, I can tell you when I beat Phil Taylor that time, it was about nearly 95 degrees, and it was fantastic. I'd never drunk so much cold orange.
As well, looking at it, Michael obviously is so determined to win that title back. He's not won it for 2 years. Is that a bad thing for the rest of the field when he's that focused?
Of course it isn't, and I think players are getting a lot more closer to Michael, and he knows that. He knows he cannot go up there and just mess about or whatever. But this Premier League that he played in, he played superb throughout. But I actually personally think he gave himself different targets to others. I think he was actually trying to bash nearly every player up, 7 or 8-0 or whatever he wanted to do. He had a different motive, an ulterior sort of thing, that he wanted to go up there. He knew he could beat anyone at any given time, and I think he gave himself something to sort of like kick him off a little bit.
Is that the mark of true champions like Michael and Phil, that the fact they know they've got to give themselves bigger targets than what normally would?
Someone's got to play totally out their skin at the moment, and that's what it was like with Phil. I think with Phil, in my day, everyone used to say that we never had the bottle or whatever, but Phil was totally different. He was that different class above, and Michael's reached there, but other players like Gary and loads of named players actually get there far more now. So it's a lot harder game. It's a lot tougher. It's quite a level playing field now because of players are able to get. I mean, what Gerwyn Price was he 110 average on the Pro Tour? Is it Pro Tour? So it's enormous.
As well, obviously, mental health is a very topical one at the moment. Young Luke Humphrey's done a very brave thing and actually expressed what's been going on in his life. From a PDPA point of view, is that great to know that players are more open and willing to express their feelings instead of bottling everything up and hiding it and looking for help?
Every player should know and realise if they attend seminars that we put on every year with Sporting Chance. I mean, these guys, dart players now on the Pro Tour, get the same treatment as a professional Premier League footballer. Only last week I was at Liphook with Sporting Chance, looking over the residential care home that, should anyone go there, and we hope no one ever goes there. Yeah, we've got to be ready for these type of things. With football, players are going into this rehab, coming out the other side, and probably working with Sporting Chance. In darts, we're very, very new at this, so it's a long time coming. We had a player last year speak about depression and anxiety, which hopefully Luke was there and he would have heard. But we can't make people go. We can only give them the information that they've got. Everything they go through with Sporting Chance is totally 100% confidential. We don't. If that player or any player contacts them, we wouldn't know. We might get a phone call or whatever to say someone's contacted. Would you mind if we paid you? Because we pay them a yearly fee, so these players have got that ability to be able to ring up at any time, 24 hours, and ring someone from Sporting Chance and get a consultant.
We spoke to Wayne Mardle not so long ago, and he expressed an interest in challenging you for your job, so to speak. I don't know if you saw the actual interview where he said he was thinking about standing for PDPA chairman. Yeah,
I did actually. I did see it, yeah. And obviously, when I I got myself up off the floor and had stopped laughing. It was quite funny, really, and if anyone really did take that seriously, then bless them.
Peter, absolute pleasure to speak to you here in Skegness, mate. Thank you very much for joining us at Live Darts, as always.
You're welcome.